So in this one we will try to explore some of the new concepts. So we were left with the question why AI is booming right now and why the algorithms which still existed, which we had all these times since since a lot of decades, we why didn't we use them all, and we had all the things that we could, like way before time, that we have right now. So we'll dive into those things right now. So when normally we used to train any data with, like any data, so take it as a SVM or logistic regression. After a certain point, the computation used to get at the almost similar level. As you can see, this is what I'm trying to draw is like the horizontal line here, and after a while we figured out there is another way, that smaller neural networks are doing a little bit better than SVM or other things that we had before in time. Then relatively medium neural networks are doing a little bit better with the more data. And when we think about little bit more large neural networks, they're going to do more better than all these. So problem used to be when we used to train really large neural network. Like if we are focusing to get to this point, then we'd be requiring a lot of computational resources and a lot of data, cause a lot of time when we used to train any large language, like large neural network, problem used to be we used to come at certain point and we used to run out of the data. So that's one that used to be one of the problem, that is still one of the problem. And other thing used to be, one is we didn't used to had proper hardware, so that used to be another thing. And if we think in the terms of this person, so these person, like any of these will not make any difference. So this in this person, the whole thing will be depending on the skill that developer, which is going to develop the whole algorithm, or smaller neural network, medium or large, or even support vector machine. So if they're doing it really like better, then support vector machine can surpass all the things in this area, not the further, but in this, according to the skill of the programmer. So that's another thing to take into consideration. So normally data, then computation, and algorithms. really important basic pillars that used to make the whole thing better and better every passing day. So more data we could provide the neural network, more better neural networks we're getting. And before time we were limited with the technology, like the hardware, the computational power that we used to have back in the time. But nowadays you guys might have heard that Amazon or some big tech like Meta have all these supercomputers. They even started to generate their own energy for them using all kinds of different things. I even heard they started to use nuclear power generation just for the power requirements they require for generating the whole energy that requires for them just in order to compute the whole things. And with time we got better and better algorithms, so we could have a easier way to do any of our tasks. So when we talk about algorithms, I'd like to talk about the one thing, so it will make something easier. So before before some time we used to use this function, which used to be called as sigmoid function. We'll talk about this function more in a separate video. I'll explain this function completely in the separate video, but let's just assume this function is something that had some negative values as well, and that converts into positive values. And just because of the way it is, the rate of learning is really slow. And just the you guys might have been remembering this function, this graph. This is, we call this as a ReLU. So what we did here is make these values to 0 and make our learning rate better. So just the simple things just like that made really big difference. So we will be discussing these things in further videos, but yeah, so you can think these things in terms of anything, like any aspect that you can even contribute with your society, or you want to teach these things to your friends. Be sure to use these diagrams or these charts which I provided, or even if you guys want to take your business to another level, that these concepts will be helping you guys. So I hope guys you're doing well, and let's meet in the next video. Peace out.